over there. My deepest apologies, Lady Rishi. It's me. Did Master Dolip say anything? I asked. You all know what time it is. It is time for more Dealing with Salad.
Dealing with Salad.
He's awful, okay?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't like him. But we had some good things happen last chapter. We have Ray can't dance to save her life, right? This kind of dance, at least. So Claire's trying to help her out.
This kind of dance.
And it seems like they're going to go with Operation Help You, which I am very, very happy for. They got Misha involved, and Misha at first was not sure about it. The biggest thing, though, Ray told Misha the truth of everything.
Right,
and she actually took it pretty well, because it really did make sense. Because especially because there's something in this world called spirit children, which I'm sure we'll learn more about. But anyway, we're going to read some comments. And then we're going to read more.
Yeah.
And we're going to despise Salad. Because he's absolutely awful. Alrighty, we've got Michaela. Yu's talk with Ray and the reveal about Misaki hits me super hard. Ray's words, after they're gone, it's too late, echo in my mind whenever someone I know is feeling hopeless like that. We have to hold on to our siblings and fight like hell so that one day no one else suffers this way. It's very true. We have here from Jenner's a harmonica player. Lost Spirits Children is a very important term in the next volumes. Keep that in mind. We have Dole Whip and Solace Salad. Petition to call Queen Rishi. Don't know how to spell, but pronounce Rishi. Kishi? Pronounced with quiche, but Kishi is better nickname. Quiche is a type of salty pie. By the way, every parent in the studio should have a nickname by some type of food.
However, I like quiche, so I don't know about that one.
Right? No, it's very, very true.
Yeah, I mean, I like salad too, but I feel like salad I'm not like as attached
There's
to.
different types of
quiche,
salads. But quiches are good. I've had it before. I've had one and they're really good. Or I think I've had more than one, but not that many.
Is Rishi a mushroom?
Yeah, Rishi mushroom.
Can we just call her mushroom?
Maybe. Maybe. Zoe says, bouncing up and down for the next episode because of what's happening immediately at the beginning, as well as what brings about. Let's just say that Ray's former life becomes even more useful. Especially probably the most boring aspect of it, considering her escapism tendencies. Also, rest assured, Lily is now a sort of fixture in this group, so you will see plenty of her. As for her father, Solace, and fortunately also is around. Let's just say that one salad that I not only wish sent back, but also that it be utterly destroyed and have the chef fired, maybe arrested.
Send back the salad.
Be ready for the book to continue to have dark moments and serious drama. But for now, enjoy dancing!
Yeah.
It's gonna be so great.
Michaela said, believe it or not, you have not seen the worst of Salad. He's hands down the evilest character in the series.
And we have Ginger Cat. And for this week, we have Ray doesn't know how to dance. Lily just wants to dance with her beloved Ray. And dream come true.
No.
Claire showing her feelings for Ray. Spending quality time with her groom-to-be by helping Ray learn to dance. Worried that she won't be able to dance with Ray? Such a sweet moment when Claire had Ray lay her head on her lap. I know, that was so sweet.
Yeah.
Ray's secret is out, and it was the only way for her to gain Misha's help. Another image for you. Ray and Claire's wedding day. Ray in a suit, Claire in a dress. Lily and Manadia arriving, wearing wedding dresses. Lily and Manadia, we want to marry Ray as well, but we'll also be Ray's 3 wives. Jellycat Claire, I'm the one who's marrying Ray, not you two.
Manaria's ex.
No, Manaria belongs with me. I don't know what she sounds like. We have some more backstory for Claire and Ray this time. Claire's ballroom dance practice as a kid, and the tragedy of Ray's school classmate and why Ray wants to help you. Given the choice, you would have the curse cured so she can be her true self. Unfortunately for you, Chancellor Moldy Salad Dressing is upholding the Queen Cow Droppings wishes rather than use happiness.
Oh no. Oh no.
Ginger Cat, my dear. Cow droppings is not a food.
Cow droppings is not a food. Queen cow droppings.
Queen cow droppings.
I'm okay with that nickname though.
Queen cow droppings.
Mushroom cow droppings. Oh my gosh. All right.
Okay, we need to start reading. I know. I'm excited for dancing. Okay, guys, dancing. Nothing bad ever happens in this book. Okay, ever. The Harvest Festival was upon us, the capital filled with people that night, and dozens of stalls lined the streets. Food and decorations featuring autumn crops flew off the shelves as the capital welcomed the busiest time of the year. In a chamber in the great cathedral, I prepare for the ceremonial dance. I changed into my costume and now wait for my turn.
Is this an early prep for a future wedding dance?
I mean, maybe.
Huh?
Ray, do you have what you need? Lily asked. Yes, everything's going smoothly. I'm nervous. A passerby would assume we were discussing the ceremonial dance, but our words carried a hidden message. Miss Claire. Wait, no, that's not Lily at all. Miss Claire, Miss Lily, do you know what you need to do, right? You need to even ask. Oh, yes. Everyone need to do their part in this plan, even Rod and Thane were a part of it. Does that mean we're gonna get the Rod voice back? That they weren't with us, while Lily, perchance for blunting things out, kept me uneasy. I can only hope to trust her from here on out. Lily, don't forget that I started. I have it right here. Lily held out 2 bracelets, which promptly slipped them on. At that, I felt the 2 of them. I approached the priest in the change of ceremonial dress. I'm so sorry, Your Holiness, I said. May I please use the restroom? The dance is about to begin. Can't you hold it? No, I really can't. Fine, hurry up then.
Part of the plot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I bowed and left. The ceremonial dance took place on the festival grounds. A large marble stage stood in the center position, and the seats surrounding it were completely sold out, including standing room. A few thousand people gathered to watch.
I was going to point out that she bowed. I find that interesting.
She has to bow. She has to play the act, right?
Oh, wouldn't she curtsy? But no, she bows.
I don't.
That's why I'm asking. You don't curtsy.
Well, maybe she's wearing a suit. We don't know what she's wearing, right?
Okay.
I don't think she'd curtsy in a suit.
You're trying to Anyway, I just noticed that, but it's all good.
I didn't think the people way in the back could even see the stage, but more and more seemed to join the crowd. After all, the ceremonial dance was thought to bring good luck into the attendees. The royal family in the seats reserved for the distinguished guests near the stage. King Alcel, Queen Quiche, Rod. Well, we're probably gonna.
I guess we're gonna go with Quiche.
Well, Rishi, Queen Mushroom, Rod, Thane, you, and even Salad were there. A low bell gonged across the bustling festival site, the main cathedral bell. Finally, it was time for the ceremonial dance to begin. A wave of silence passed over the crowd. The light of the full moon illuminated the stage, accented by flaming torches, and a sense of mystery hung in the air. The dancers, including Claire, Lily, and I, gracefully took the stage to their gossamer silk garments. I think I've heard of gossamer silk from a game I was crafting or whatever. Do you know what gossamer silk is?
Oh, very fancy. Gossamer, let me look up what the word gossamer means.
Put more water in this.
I think gossamer, let's see. A fine, flimsy substance consisting of cobwebs spun by small spiders.
Yep.
Okay, gossamer silk. Gossamer textiles made of a gauze silk that is extremely sheer and delicate with a floaty drape. Yep, there you go.
Oh, there we go. We wore fine silver tiaras on our heads. Oh, well, then if she's wearing a tiara on her head, then she's not wearing... Well, I mean, she could still wear a suit, I guess. And then she's also wearing let's see. Graceland took a stage. A garment. I don't know. Silver tiaras on her heads and held bell-decked fans in her hands. It's seeming likely she's wearing a dress or something like that, then. We formed a circle on stage and kneeled. The high sound of the flute sang through the silence. The next, a low beat of a large drum resonated through the air. String instruments joined in harmony and small drums set rhythm. Then the ding, ding, ding of our bells rose up. The dancers tied the music together as an accompaniment, ringing the bell, fans in our right hands. We started to move slowly. The costumes were made to let us move freely. Well, then maybe they're not dresses. Pieces, I want a picture. Pieces of fluttering to accentuate our dance. The sleeves and the hems drew lovely lines with our arch of our gestures. The music performance of the first quiet grew fiercer with the dance. However, the dancers remained delicate and graceful. That gap roused a sense of wonder in the audience. It was as if the music commanded the dancers to dance with greater urgency and ferocity, but resisted. The dance is a vision! Even though speaking was forbidden during the dance, someone unconsciously cried out in admiration. Everyone who heard them knew what they meant. One dancer, who was a head taller than everyone else, while her movements synchronized with the others, she clearly stood out. What is it? It's like she's crying happy, but let her emotions are in conflict. Like her emotions are in conflict. The slow movements made us look where we were bound in chains, but for some reason, each sweeping gesture of the arm, each step of the foot, captivated the audience. Someone wrote later that the dancer's movements made it seem like she had, for the first time, allowed herself some forbidden feeling. That's Ray Taylor, right? You know the commoner they allowed in the Royal Academy? Oh, that girl. But she's not a nun, is she? Why is she performing a ceremonial dance? The audience started to get confused, but who cares? She's breathtaking.
Is there a picture coming up?
I think so.
Okay.
What's that to say? Don't sweat the small stuff. The crowd opted just to do that, bowed over by the dance's expressivity. They wanted to keep watching forever, but alas, the song came to an end. The dancers gathered in the corner and danced as if struggling and perhaps rejoicing, and then, ding! We rang our bells loudly at the end and spread out our arms wide, then knelt on stage. After a moment of silence, just when the crowd was about to burst into applause. Oh my, I can't show this yet because I have to read this.
Okay.
Listen, my people! The divine voice boomed through the venue was none other than the dancer that had left such an impression on everyone. Me, however, knew that voice wasn't mine. The first one to realize was King Rishi. What? You! I bit into the bracelet around my wrist, tearing it away. The person who looked like me instantly transformed into you! Well, that's not entirely accurate. While tall, Yu's silhouette was curvy. Breast pushed against gossamer silk. To put it bluntly, this was a belly dancer outfit. To put it bluntly, this body was unmistakably feminine. Let's see here. What's the meaning of this? Who is this beside me? Queen Rishi turned to Prince Yu, seated beside her. My deepest apologies, Lady Rishi. It's me. When I removed my own bracelet, Prince Yu, seated by the stage, was revealed to be yours truly. Ray Taylor! What is the meaning of this? The Queen howled. Master Yu gave me the order. I don't know the reason. The Prince simply told me to sit here with the royal family in his place. Of course I'd been the one to make the proposal, but we had to lie about whose idea this was, or the whole charade. For the whole charade, in order for this to ensure my safety, the bracelet you and I had worn were magical tools provided by Lily that allow us to take on illusionary forms. They weren't relics possessed by the church, but her own personal belongings. Hey, Lily! Lily is so interesting. Meanwhile, the audience was starting to get the idea. What do you mean? Isn't that Prince Yu? But she's a girl. Prince Yu is a girl? However, their chatter abruptly stopped. The people had lost their voices. Good job, Misha. She remained hidden, but owed this moment to her. Only she could silence such a large crowd. I am deeply sorry for misleading you all, but this is my true form. Now the only one who could hear you was also Misha's work. I have been deceiving the entire kingdom. I am in fact a girl. I will no longer lie to you, or to myself. I wish to live out the rest of my days as my true self, the girl you see before you. Rishi was moving her mouth, trying desperately to speak, but no words rose to her lips. Salad also strained, barking orders to his underlings, but he also had no voice. Good luck to him. My people, please forgive me, said Yu. In recompense for my years... my deception, I hereby abduct my seat in the line of succession. As you said this, the queen fainted. Apparently the shock was too much for her. At that moment, everyone's voices at last returned. Chaos erupted around. This was your doing, Ray Taylor, the king said to me. For some reason, his tone was not accusatory, but oh, never mind. Well, you're not so mad then. Gentle. Whatever do you mean? I said. Well, I'm sure you know nothing about it. Nothing at all, the king said, chuckling. In the end, perhaps it is better this way. I like the king. Okay, we meet a parent figure besides Ray's mom and dad that is cool. And with that, the king left saying, Stylus, take care of this. Stylus rushed to give orders to his subordinates. I was arrested! You look better than I expected, Claire said. It's because you've come to visit me, I answered, the sight on her face filled me with delight. I wished I could reach through the bars to hug her. How was prison, Ben? Not so bad, thanks to you. A week had passed since the Yu incident. Oh, I forgot to show the picture, everybody. Oh. It looked like a belly dance.
Wow.
She's so pretty.
Pretty.
But does it like belly dance to you?
Yeah. With a hip scarf and...
I totally got distracted about that. But yeah.
Adornments.
Yeah.
Really beautiful.
Yeah. A week had passed since the Yu incident, and I've been locked up this whole time. The investigation itself was going in our favor, largely, because everyone, including you, had kept their story straight. You confirmed that I'd act on her instructions, and Claire and Lily backed her up. Rod and Thane did the same, and most importantly, the king himself was apparently on my side, as well as the palace. Well, my food was poisoned, though, I said, likely retaliation from someone in Queen Rishi's camp. Thankfully, I gently cast an antidote magic on everything I ate. What? Claire exclaimed. I'm relieved you're all right, but it's all thanks to Misaki. What do you mean? He showed up in my dream. I see you're still completely incorrigible, he said to me in his useful gruff tone. I hadn't heard it in so long. Misaki laughed awkwardly. Thank you for saving someone who knows what it's like. Now don't be an idiot. Make sure you check your food. That's quite ominous, actually. What? That was all he said. He disappeared right after giving me time to respond. Is that something that can happen? Claire asked. Well, probably just my mind manifesting my unconscious desires. I admit, even though I held that meeting close to my heart. I told you it's dangerous. You're right, I acknowledged. Claire opposed my scheme more than anyone, though I brought her around in the end. Let's see. What's going on in the world? It's going almost exactly as you planned. Claire continued explaining that you had been sent to the convent, and she was now living freely as a girl. In an attempt to resolve confusion, the palace had announced that you had been struck with a curse, and that the shock of this had driven you mad. You had then entered the convent under the guise of receiving magical treatment. She was partially confirmed for now, but as I explained to you before, her movements wouldn't be restricted for long. I have a message from you, Claire finished. She said thank you. I will be sure to repay you. Oh, is that so? And how are things with the curse?
There's a bug over there.
I can't see it.
It's like... I'm gonna pause this real fast.
Let me see. Where was I? Beep, 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 boo. Oh, is that so? And how are things with the curse? Well, that has been something of an ordeal. Everyone has assumed her return to her true form, which was temporary at first. Those who know of the curse had assumed you appeared as she did at the ceremonial dance because of the light of the full moon. However, in truth, we had broken the curse with the tears of the moon just prior to the performance.
Wow.
The tears of the moon required 2 magical users of considerable power to wield, but it turned out between Lily and you, we had just what we needed. Lily had been investigated for her role in all this, but she explained she simply couldn't refuse a request from Prince Yu. Let's see. Also, as Miss Lily processed considerable status, she could not be so easily punished. What about Misha? She's negotiating with her parents. Misha wished to leave the academy and join you in the convent, but her parents were resisting. Well, it sounded like her mother was on her side. She kept pointing out that the Jure family had plenty of capable heirs. Oh, so they could let their daughter do as she pleased. She must have been swayed by you.
So much about you.
Who has specifically asked Misha to remain by her side in the clergy. Since it was her parents' fault that Misha's childhood was so rough, it seems like they would feel obligated to give her a little. Is that so? In that case, it was only a matter of time until Misha's wish was granted too. But how have you been, Miss Claire? I am perfectly fine. Except, of course, for the embarrassment of having my servant arrested. That's it? You're not lonely? You don't miss me? Well, aren't you confident? She said. But she didn't deny it, teehee. Did Master Dolop say anything? I asked. Nothing. Claire cocked her head to one side. I thought for sure he'd fire you, but that hasn't come up. Well, we do know that Ray has something on him. So he couldn't possibly fire her. I thought for sure he'd fire you, but it hasn't come up at all. That's exactly what you have in my father. It's not like that. Master Dolop is just a kind man. Kind man. I was lying, of course, and I couldn't tell her the real reason. As we talked, the prison guard came over. Forgive me, Miss Claire. His Majesty wishes to speak to Miss Taylor. He does? I asked with some concern. Maybe the king wasn't quite on my side as much as I thought. What could he possibly plan to ask her?
Maybe
Claire
he's gonna
demanded.
free her.
We've already confirmed she only acted on Lady Yu's orders. Either way, I must ask you to leave, said the guard. Fine, I shall return shortly, Claire said. And with that, she left. I was taken to the royal audience room, my hands bound behind my back. A criminal being granted audience with the king had to be unprecedented. I had a bad feeling about this. Oh no. Let me see your face. I raised my head from my position to see King with 2 guards and no one else. Oh, never mind. Queen Rishi and, Queen Mushroom and Salad were nowhere to be seen. I asked everyone to leave, the king explained, seeing my confused expression. I am here to hear the truth. I see. I have been pained by you suffering, the king continued. She has been forced to deny herself for the sake of others' egos. Lady Mushroom's ego, namely. Not that he mentioned that. He was, after all, a monarch, and as I understand it, they rarely forthright. I only know what I've already told you, I said. You're quite clever, I like it, the king said, stroking his beard. He looked satisfied. The sinking feeling grew inside. I didn't care what happened to me, but the consequence from this moment could well spread to the princess, Lily, and my beloved Claire. You shall be released today, said the king. Thank you very much. I heaved a sigh of relief, thinking my fear was groundless. But the king wasn't done. You will be stripped of your right to attend the Royal Academy! Yo! What? Wait a second. Your Majesty, with all due respect, starting today, Ray Taylor, you will be an officer of the Secret Service. Oh, you report directly to me. The king smiled. There are few people in this court whom I can trust, and I need of your assistance, Ray Taylor. Stunned into silence. All I could do was stare back at him. Oh. Well, we can read a little bit more. Maybe.
Yeah, we can, but that's where the chapter quite suddenly ends.
That's where it quite suddenly
ends. Seems like a sudden ending for the chapter.
Chapter 7, The Palace.
All right.
Secret Service? I eventually managed to say, I don't know what that means. What does your majesty wish me to do? The king regarded me for a longer moment as testing me. When he finally spoke, was completely change of direction of conversation. What is your opinion of our current political situation? I think it's far too complex for a mere commoner to comprehend. Don't be modest. I know you're great to the academy. I'm aware you possess a deep understanding of this country's inner workings. Obviously, I couldn't tell him it was all just memorization playing a game. I believe your majesty's attempts to encourage meritocracy has been successful, I said instead. Not just for the royalty nobles, but for the talented people from the commoner backgrounds who are being promoted to positions of power. And yet, the commoner movement, the king sighed. We are stagnant, Ray Taylor. The aristocrats wield too much influence on our government officials, and there is every opportunity for change. I want us to reach for the future. That's why I introduced a policy to elevate talented commoners. Have you not seen that begin to happen? We're off to a decent start, yes, but even if it's slow. But the essential structure of the hereditary oligmoly, which is the aristocrat's belief from the oppression of the commoner class, hasn't changed in the least, the king said. Hence, I need you.
Wow.
I apologize for repeating myself, but what does your majesty wish for me? You expose the crimes committed by powerful nobles. I decline.
I decline.
She's like, I don't want this. I just want Claire.
Right?
Where's Claire?
Where's Claire? Thank you.
The king frowned. Why is that? My food's already been poisoned. I have no wish to make more enemies. Do not lie to me. I'm not lying. You seem perfectly healthy. I counteracted the poison. Then you have no real objection. This was hard. Wildly so. It was difficult to get anything past this man, which I suppose made sense. He was the king and the foremost politician in this country. At least listen to what I have to say, the king said. I don't believe the entirety of the aristocracy is complicit, but two in particular. I suspect the underhanding dealings. First, Chancellor Salad Lilium. The second, Minister of Finance, Dole Whip Francois. I stopped short. In the game itself, the king didn't have this much of a presence. Other than having put the new policies of mercosity into motion, he seemed like a pretty generic monarch. If anything, he came across as kind of dumb. Because of depending on the route taken by the player, he can make strategic blunders like stroking the flames of the commoner movement and precipitating the loss of his own throne. He might even been acting with the people's interest in mind, of course, disregarding his own fate, but I always got the impression he was more and unable to control nobility. Wow, that's great. But if you already knew about Salad and Dolop's activities, I had to reevaluate my options of his abilities. What can a late commoner like me possibly do to a challenging aristocrat important enough to hold positions such as Chancellor and Minister of Finance? You are close to both daughters, the king said. In other words, he wanted me to use Lily and Claire. Again, I decline. I see. In that case, I have no choice but to investigate only you, but Lily and Claire for treasonous business with you! Woo! He's dumb, Ray. He's dumb! We were only following Lady Yu's orders, so you say. But a case could be made for the version of events in which you three kidnapped my child.
Oh, no!
He was threatening me. I don't think Master Dolip or Master Solace would stand by and let that happen. Likely not. But as the king, I can overrule the two of them when necessary. Woo! I didn't answer. Was he bluffing? If he was capable of bringing such power to bear with Dole Whip and Salad, then why did he need my help to investigate them at all? That said, the Yu affair had caused an unprecedented scandal for the monarchy. In an unlikely event that the king was being serious, then Claire might well be in danger here. I couldn't be arrested for this, not right now. I'd happily suffer whatever fate took to save Claire. But the king had frankly terrible timing. Soon Claire would be all too real danger, and until then I couldn't leave her side. I understand, I said. I accept the position as a member of your secret service. I mean, she has to. Good. Yeah. The king nodded in satisfaction. I accepted for several reasons. Really, one of them being that the more I thought of it, the more I realized this position might turn to be a good use. I had already begun deploying countermeasures to rescue Miss Claire from the coming crisis, but I might be able to make something of this role as well. But I have two requests, I said. Speak. First, please afford Miss Claire and Lily the same privileges. I cannot execute your majesty's orders without their full cooperation. This is absolutely necessary. Very well. I expect you to object to their involvement. The matter far exceeds my ability to handle on my own. The matter far exceeds my ability to handle on my own, he said. I didn't want to involve the two of them, but I had no choice. And the other request. In the event that I find evidence of injustice committed by Master Dolop and Master Salad, I ask that your majesty grant Miss Claire and Miss Lily immunity! Destroying their noble houses may be unavoidable, but if Miss Claire and Miss Lily will be punished for their father's crimes, then I refuse to cooperate any further!
Yeah, she's so heroic.
The king thought for a moment. He stroked his beard, deep in thought. Very well. The two girls would not be held accountable. Thank you very much, I said. Honestly, if it was already this ready to grant me what I had asked, this whole thing might go better than I hoped. Before I begin the actual investigation, what sort of authority does the Secret Service have? They are not omnipotent. Powers and privilege are required by the job at hand. What do you require? The bare minimum will be the authority to inspect the subject's finances and the authority to make arrests. Agreed. Let's see here. One more thing. This one's quite important, but I would like to be granted the authority to make a plea bargain. Plea bargain? Oh, maybe they didn't yet have that in this world? In the event that the criminal admits to their crime, I said, and cooperates with the investigation by naming their accomplices, they may be given a reduced sentence or be acquitted of their wrongdoings. And what would you do with the authority to offer such bargains? A few things. Most importantly, it would help me secure information to move forward with the investigation of more serious misconduct. I was already generating a strategy of how to pursue Dole Whip and salad. I know.
It sounds like she's looking to get lunch, not going after this, you guys. Where can I get some Dole Whip and salad?
I laid up for the king. I see. He nodded. In that case, you will find this useful. As I looked at him confused, the king called over one of his guards and took what looked like a playing card from him. He handed it to me. What is this? I asked. A magical tool that allows one to record conversations. Oh, that is very interesting and very modern.
It is.
Of course, there's magic, though. It cannot be duplicated, which makes it invaluable for important transactions and investigations, he said. It's a rare item. Handle with care. Now, is there anything else you require? Not at this time, I answered. He looked surprised. Aren't you going to ask about compensation? The guarantee that Claire and Lily will not be held accountable as compensation for me. You have no other desires? I wouldn't say that. It was just that nothing mattered more than guaranteeing Claire's safety. You said the same thing during the Chimera incident at the Academy, didn't you? The king mused. You spared Lenny and her brother's life. I've received all the reward I require. If most people were like you, this would be a much better country. That was going a bit too far. I was very aware that I was a weirdo. If everyone like me were like me from long ago, the Barrier Kingdom would fall to ruin.
Okay.
Now then, when you begin your investigation, you must speak with Rod.
Down on herself, though.
The king said, apparently Rod had been in charge of the investigation thus far, and I was guaranteed authority to meet freely with the eldest prince, as well as release from prison.
Are we
How
gonna
am I
get Rod,
going to
please?
explain this to Miss Claire? What a royal pain. You must be joking! The first thing I did with my newly acquired freedom was to search out Claire. I might have been stripped of my enrollment at the academy, but Claire didn't know that yet. And the king had said I was allowed to stay in the dorm room at the school. However, when I explained the king's request, Claire reacted exactly as expected. My father would never behave in such shameful manner. Well, the king just said he wants me to conduct an investigation. I said, he'd actually said they were highly suspect, but if I told Claire that, she might just storm the palace. The fact that he would suspect my father makes me a suspect. The king's sanity has the Francois family to always protect the kingdom's treasure with utmost honor. Claire revered her parents like gods, so her Dole Whip and her father, and Melia, her mother, she doesn't get a funny name because the mother was sweet.
Okay.
Her mother were the platonic ideas of aristocrats. Miss Claire, this might be, wait, is this Lily? Oh! Miss Claire, this might be present in a valuable opportunity. Lily!
Yeah.
Lily said, looking petrified. I need Lily's cooperation to carry out the king's mission. And she'd happened to be in Claire's room when I showed up. What you doing there, Lily?
Yeah.
I hope she wasn't neglecting her priestly duties. What could you possibly mean, Cardinal Lily? I also don't want to believe my father is doing something corrupt. That's why I think we should prove our father's innocence. That was an optimistic way of looking at it, but the burden of proof was on the prosecution. Well, what sort of crimes are our fathers suspected of? I'm not that far yet, I said. The king told me to speak to Rod. Then let's be off, Claire said with a snort. She looked ready to confront the prince on her own. Let's see here. It's too late today. I'm sure you'll both receive official instructions from the king tomorrow, so let's wait until then. I can't wait that long, Claire said impatiently. Anyway, why is Cardinal Lily involved in this? What? I said, well, I thought that since I have to investigate Master Salad, we could use Miss Lily's help. You really don't understand how dangerous this is, do you? Claire demanded. Prying into the affairs of the powerful people isn't something to take lightly. She was right. Especially thanks to my memory of revolution, I already knew exactly what both Salad and Dole Whip were up to. I can use water magic. I'm sure I can help. It's far too dangerous, Claire insisted. Ray has me to guard her. Who's guarding who? But I'm worried, Ray protested. You have nothing to fear, Claire insisted. I don't know what I'll do I don't know what you'll do to Ray if I leave you two alone!
Oh, no.
That's what you're worried about. Huh? Are you going to do something to me, Miss Claire? I asked with no. Why not? Why are we talking about this? You won't touch Ray, Lily stammered. Have you taken leave of your senses? I love Lily. I love Lily. She is so precious and must be protected at all costs. I still like Claire, but man, Lily.
She's something else.
Oh, you exhaust me, both of you. I mean, I got 2 girlfriends. What can I say, you know?
Do you want to put this up?
It had been a while since Claire and I had bantered like this. Ah, yes. This is what I had been missing. I suppose it can't be helped, Claire conceded at last. I consent to Cartolite joining us, but please be extremely careful. Yes, of course, said Lily. You too, Ray. Yes, ma'am. After that conversation, we called it a night. We visited Rod at the palace after class the next day. The eldest prince's room was spacious and handsomely furnished in warm, fashionable colors that evoked his affinity with the fire attribute. Claire's family home astounded, but had nothing on this room. Lily, who lived an honorable life of poverty at the church, looked especially uncomfortable in the midst of this luxury. As for me, it's rude to get hung up on comparisons, so I just pled the fifth for now. I don't care for small talk. Let's get right to the point. Salad and tulip are embezzling, Rod said plainly. He always reeked of confidence, but today his certainty was especially clear. Master Rod, you say this because you have definite evidence, correct? I thought Claire blow up, but she started with sheer logic. Perhaps she cooled off overnight. No, I don't.
No, I don't.
No, I don't. You don't?
No.
Lily said, sounding almost disappointed. Well, wait, the only thing I don't have is definitive evidence. I have loads of circumstantial evidence. Rod said, pulling out a notebook. Salad and Dole Whip are both smart. They haven't exactly left a paper trail. He showed us a record proving you missed the Rod voice, didn't you?
Yes! It makes me laugh.
He showed us records proving that at the very least, money tended to disappear around Salad and Dole Whip. He also showed us a list of nobles suspected intangibility involved. Can't you just arrest those people? Claire asked, suggesting she believed her father was innocent. That may be the ones getting their hands dirty. But they're not the masterminds. It'd be like cutting off a lizard's tail. It'd just grow back. Rod explained.
I see.
Learned that the hard way. Took it a batch, but just more cropped up in their place. He fixed his gaze on me. So, what are you gonna do? May I have a copy of these materials? I figured you'd say that, so had one made. Rod rang the bell on the table. A servant came in with a stack of papers, which I took. Thank you, Master Rod. We'll be going now, I said. Wait one moment, Ray Taylor, Rod said, stopping up to me. I rose to leave, and he'd only used my full name for some reason, which gave me a bad feeling. What is it? No, it's nothing. I just thought I should ask you while you were here. It wasn't like Rod to hesitate. Apprehension intensified. So I really don't want to hear it. Don't say that. May I leave? Not yet. Ray Taylor, would you do the honor of marrying me? I thought it was something like that. Oh! Where's the next break? I think we have to go a little longer.
What? I know this is from a game where the princes are romanceable. And so we have now 2 princes, and one of them has asked Ray to marry him.
I didn't know what to say. My expression must have been utterly dumbfounded. Everyone else froze too. But Claire recovered first. Have you gone mad, Master Rod? She practically screamed. Are you suggesting a common marriage to the royal family? Lily. Lee asked. Yeah, what about it? Rod answered. What about it? I can marry if I want to, man. I'm a surfer dude now. Cowabunga.
Okay, go ahead.
In other words, he just proposed to me. If I were a normal commoner, I probably would have been the happiest woman in my life. Or maybe I thought he was mocking me. As it was, I thought neither. The only thing in my mind was, what could I possibly have done to lead him on? That's right, she had been avoiding him, but this is the game, right? So this is much different.
Yeah.
I didn't really feel like much of a contact with the Rod. I might have caught his attention a bit during the first test at the academy, and then when I beat him at chess, but I stayed by Claire's side most of the time. I really hadn't done anything during the games that meant to earn his affection. Maybe I'd made a mistake somewhere. Just to confirm, I said, are you making fun of me? No, I'm serious. I frowned. What is that you like about me? Your personality. Your abilities. At first I didn't think you were all that special, Rod said. He looked like he was enjoying himself. Did I do something to change it? You preemptively prevented an assault on the school. You cured Thane when he was poisoned. You saved the Arasa family from execution. You caught Minari off guard. Of course, you caught Minari off guard. And you resolved the ghost ship incident in Lucid. Rod rattled off.
That's
When he
fine,
put it
madam.
like that, wait a minute, how did he know about the truth that happened in Lucid? No, almost what that was Claire's doing, I said. Is that true, Claire? Rod asked. No, it was right. Claire, read the room! You should have lied! She's not gonna lie to
Well,
Prince,
she was
though.
a part of it. She was a part of some of it.
Wait, what? What really decided for me was you. I thought so.
Oh.
Rod said, you resolved a complex problem the pals have been wrestling with for years. I really didn't do that alone. Don't be modest. I know you were the mastermind. Ugh, I was trying to be modest. I need someone like you on my side, not a dull, noble lady who grew up coddled up by a rich family. Rod concluded. So how about it? How about it? I decline. Just like toward that. I decline.
Yeah.
Right. Claire said, do you understand what you're saying? What? I was proposed to and declined. But you could become queen. Well, I don't want to be queen. From my perspective, I didn't understand Claire's confusion. Her face was in complete shock, like she couldn't believe what I was doing. But it's an honor beyond your wildest dreams. It's not an honor for me.
Oh, not an honor for me.
Why? Because I like you, Miss Claire. Had I not conveyed that to her yet? That's right. I should have known that's what you'd say.
Your Rod laugh, though. Is everything.
Rod slammed his hand on the desk, laughing. He looked entertained. Claire, it seems Ray values being with you over marrying royalty. Please forgive her insolence, Claire stammered. She's just confused by the suddenness of it. I'm sure that once she's calmed down, thought things through, she'll think things differently. No, I'm perfectly calm. Be silent for a moment, Claire interrupted me, sounding almost woeful. Master Rod, please do not withdraw your proposal just yet. Of course. No matter what Ray thinks, my feelings won't change. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please, let's continue this another time. Of course. It's time to go, Ray. Cardinal Lily. Claire seized our hands to lead Ray out of the room. Wait a second, Miss Claire. Oh, wait, no, whatever. Now you're Lily. I started to protest, but she glared at me because of the stutter.
Oh, okay.
Which is so cute. I swallowed my words. We parted ways with Lily at the entrance of the palace. No! Claire didn't open her mouth to speak again until we were in the carriage heading home. Ray, you took that joke too far, she said in a tone of fond concern. I'd never seen her used before. Joke? What are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about. Rejecting Master Rod's proposal. I can't marry someone I'm not even interested in. Marriage is just about who you want. If you were to marry the royal family, imagine how happy it would make your parents. I hadn't even thought about it from that angle. To a modern Japanese person like me, marriage was a fundamentally private matter in this world. However, it was a contract between families at the level of royalty. It was almost always entered for political reasons. I can't say for certain, I said, but I think my parents would respect my decision. Of course they would. Your parents are wonderful. But are you content to let them spoil you? Don't you want to make them happy? Claire!
Ugh.
I know she would normally be like this, but it's royalty and it's a huge deal. Well, this was really driving home the difference between Claire's values to mine. To Claire, marrying and advantageously meant repaying the family who had raised her. My casual refusal of Rod's proposal had to have her so unimaginable that it looked insincere. What could I do? But Miss Claire, I only want to marry you. Right, listen carefully, Claire said seriously. She straightened her posture. I understand that you're in love with me. I think it's wonderful even, but marriage is a completely separate issue. Not to me, no. Love may be indulged to a certain degree of freedom, but individual desire is irrelevant to marriage. Can we also say that Claire just said that she thinks it's wonderful and that she believes her? Can we just, take a minute to say that Claire understands and believes her?
Alright.
This is also very tense. Miss Claire, you must accept Rod's proposal. Being married would not obligate you to the end of your relationship with me. On the contrary, if you were to become royalty, our relationship might even— Miss Claire! I think that was the first time I'd raised my voice to interrupt Claire. She stopped short and startled. To me, marriage is just as— No, even more intimate than love, I said. Ray, no matter what you say, I have no intention of marrying anyone other than you, Miss Claire. Maybe she would never understand my point of view, but this was a hill I was willing to die on. Ray, think about it carefully. Women are not permitted to marry each other. Then I won't marry anyone, that's it. Even if I marry someone— No! Even if I marry someone else. Yes. I really didn't want Claire to belong to someone else. I denied my own feelings in the past, but Monadia had forced me to get past that. Even so, that didn't mean I was willing to marry someone other than Claire, especially not someone like Rod. The thought was unfathomable. I thought I was starting to understand you, Claire said. Thank you very much. But now, she continued, I realize how very much I don't. That one comment cut me to my very core. I mean, it's just yeah. Autumn arrived, and the fragrance of sweet olive
floated on the wind. It was autumn fragrance Japan too, and I wonder if this is gonna put like a rift between the two of them. Familiarity revolution. Only a Japanese developer would have thought to include in the game. Some people in modern Japan thought the scent belonged solely to the domain of the bathroom air fresheners, but this world didn't share those prejudices, and saying you liked the smell of sweet olives didn't get you odd looks. I inhaled deeply as I walked down the road. Unfortunately, my mood wasn't as sweet. I started my investigation right after I spoke to Rod, though it only I planned to do any actual investigation. Claire and Lily were more concerned with clearing their father's names. I decided to start with a noble who had dealings with both Dole Whip and Salad. The man procured military supplies for the kingdom, and according to Rod, he had shady accounting practices. His name was Wedge Thompson. Is Wedge gonna get a name like Wedgie? We were currently on our way to Wedge's mansion. We were on our way. I was silent. So was Claire. Lily started mirroring our awkward faces. I knew how she felt. Since meeting up at the academy, Claire and I hadn't said a word to each other besides hello. The weather is so nice today. Lily! Lily finished. Except that it's cloudy, Claire said. I didn't answer. In fact, the rain looked imminent. Let's see here. Speaking of rain.
I know. It's very windy outside.
Who is this? What did you hear?
Is there an upcoming end?
Here.
Okay.
We have a few more pages.
Okay.
I'm trying to see who this is, because, like, that's no, like, okay. Oh, I think it... What did you have for breakfast? Lily had bread and corn porridge. I overslept this morning, so I skipped breakfast, I said. Oh, I see. Yes, I saw. Miss Claire, what is it? Oh, it's nothing. Oh no. Her quick reaction brought me to a stop. How pointless of me. Lily continued to try her best to clear the bad air between us, but ultimately we arrived at the Thompson Manor with some dark clouds overhead. I had hoped things would improve before this. Ah! An adorable scream. That was not an adorable scream. Ah! An adorable scream interrupted my thoughts. I looked down to see Claire, spreading eagle on the ground. Ah! Now I have to fight with both my shoelaces. Ah! Upon closer inspection, the laces on her pumps had snapped. Oof. Right, she just compared you to Shoelace. How does that feel? Lily asked. I want to dye myself red and wrap myself around a pinky. On my left hand, of course. Claire had been surprisingly level-headed of late, but she still tended to fly off the handle and overreact at trivial inconveniences. Ra's proposal had strained things between us, but I couldn't help finding her devotion to her different values endearing. Even watching her fall flat on her face in what would generally be referred to as disgraceful behavior endeared her to me. She disagreed with my ideas about marriage, but she wouldn't force me to do anything I didn't want to. She wanted to respect me in her own way, so what was I going to do about it? Still, the stiff, uncomfortable atmosphere just didn't suit us. I decided to change the mood. I'm infatuated with my clumsy Claire, I declared. Clumsy? What do you mean clumsy? Claire erupted as if I'd given the signal to start gesturing. Please, just sit there for a moment. I took a strap from my bag and split it thinly to make a temporary shoelace. You're so skilled, Lily said. I owe it all to Miss Claire. I removed the broken shoelace and ran a strap through her eyelids. What does it matter if I'm still clumsy? Of course it matters. Your clumsiness gave me a precious glimpse of your underwear.
Okay, Ray.
What are you talking about now? Could it be my true desires? Don't play dumb with me. I was infatuated with my angry Claire, too. No, fair. I want to play Yuri Yuri, too. Oh my gosh! Lily's so cute! What is Yuri Yuri? Ray told me when girls cuddle together, it's called Yuri. What do you think you are, Chi-Chi? Can't do Lily such thing. I giggled as soon as I stuck my tongue out a little and extended my hand to help Miss Claire. Miss Claire, let's make up. I wasn't aware we were fighting. Absolutely right, but our difference of opinion led to a bit of sensitivity, don't you think? I suppose you're right. Claire took my hand and I heaved up. This feels so nice. I said as Claire's delicate body landed in my arms. I want to hold you forever. Well, let go of me. Me too. Lily cried out.
Oh my goodness.
Miss Claire, let's set the topic of marriage aside for now. Huh? Ray, you're getting married? To whom? Did you finally realize how I feel? Lily, be quiet for a minute. Oh. Even if I do get married, it won't be right away. I need more time to think either way. I don't want to disturb my relationship with you. I don't want my relationship to be with you ruined either. Claire was like so honest. Claire admitted. Let's put this on a pin for now, okay? I suppose it can't be helped. Claire smiled as she had been restless for something. Now then, let's finish this job quickly, shall we? Right. Sweet, modest Miss Claire is nice, but at the end of the day, I need my Miss Claire to be bold in bed. Bold in where now? Just like you're being now. What in the world are you talking about? And just like that, and returned to our usual antics. I was relieved. She really just did know how to make me feel better. Just get a room already, you ugly shellfish. Lily is just... I fell silent, so did Claire. I'm sorry, it wasn't on purpose. I'm used to it at this point. The sudden change can be quite refreshing, actually, Claire said. Anyway, let's be off. In the name of Claire Francois, I officially declare the start of our corrupt noble regulation mission. Does that not make it sound... Oh, never mind. Whatever, now you're Claire. Does that not make it sound too dangerous, Claire explained. Please don't leave me behind. Oh my god. Lily is just like this precious little bean, but she's got them lines. I love it.
Right. She just blurts these things out. You're
She's like,
oh,
so cute, so sweet, so adorable. And then she just called them, we'll have to get more. And then she just called them shellfish. And then she talks about wanting yuri yuri. Yuri yuri, yes. Yeah, so we're actually this far into the book now.
Okay, more than halfway.
More than halfway. This side.
Yeah.
So, we had some really interesting stuff happen.
Yeah.
You gets to be herself, which is wonderful.
Yeah, now she's Lady You.
Now she's Lady You.
I wonder if she'll get back later in the story her place in the succession
I wonder if
line
she
to the
wants
throne.
it too.
Yeah,
I know that's not the end of Salad because obviously Lily's around all the time, which is wonderful.
And they're investigating.
Salad and Dole Whip. I wonder if they'll eventually be. Well, I don't know if the king knows about his wife, but I wonder if they will be eventually investigating Queen Mushroom as well because of her. You know, I don't know. We got a proposal. Not the kind we wanted.
We got a proposal.
Ray means absolutely not. No, thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
All of that. So much that.
We haven't seen Thane in a long time. I wonder if we're going to see him anymore.
Thane?
Yeah.
No, we haven't. I was wondering about him too.
We do know
because we have two princes around now.
Yep.
To be supposedly potential love partners.
Yeah.
Which we know are not going to fly.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ray only has eyes for Claire.
Only.
Yep.
Only Claire.
No matter how cute Lily is.
She even said that. She's like, I must resist. But it's like, Lily's adorable. Like, how can you not? Okay? She's just like this cute, bubbly, shy girl. But, dude, she's just not this cute, bubbly, shy girl. She'll tell you what's up, and then she'll apologize later.
Yeah.
She kind of reminds me of, like, Lainey, when Lainey was in Magi Revo, when Lainey was like, and I'll hate you forever.
Oh. Yeah, she has a little bit of that quality.
Yeah, she does. It's so good. I like that. I love that picture. That picture was so pretty. And like you.
Of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's find it again. Almost. Here we have it.
Just really pretty. It's just a really pretty picture. And like, I thought that was very unique when they decided to do the bracelet thing. And then I was like, wait a second, Renee couldn't dance to save her life. Why is she dancing well all of a sudden?
Right?
It's you! So, yeah. Woo, man.
Wow.
I know, right? I wonder what's going to happen with this wedge guy.
Yeah, we'll have to see. That's a story for next time.
Yeah. Also, I appreciate the king, like, also respecting you, too. So, like I said, we've got a couple good parents. We have Ray's parents, and then we have the king. So, you know, that's 3 out of the, and then we got Dole Whip and Salad, which, unfortunately, we've not seen the last of.
And we're investigating.
And I'm sure Queen Mushroom will show up eventually and just be really unfortunate.
Well, I'm enjoying having the Rod voice back.
Yeah,
it's the Rod voice. Hilarious.
You want to marry me, Ray? Come on, you just want to marry this. This is awesome, okay? I thought you were okay for a while, but now I was like, damn, I want to marry that girl. The Rod voice is back.
Yay! Love it.
Yep.
Alright, let's go ahead and wrap up there because all this talk of food has made me hungry.
It's supper. No, it's lunchtime, not supper time. Hello, Katie.
Alright, y'all, thanks so much for hanging out with us while we read this part of I'm in Love with the Villainess. And if you've enjoyed hanging out with us here and would like to chat in with us live, you can join our YouTube channel membership where we do monthly live streams. Look forward to connecting with you again soon, and we will be sending so much love. Till next time.
Laters.